So when I imagine how PDRN originated, I'm thinking one day someone was like, hey, we have a lot of salmon sperm that's not being harvested to its full potential. Let's extract the DNA from it and inject it into our skin and see how it goes. So you guys know I recommend vitamin C after microneedling, but I also know that there's going to be people who want to try other ingredients or other serums out there. So after a ton of research, I'm going to break down which ingredients I think are best to apply right after microneedling and how I would rate them. After years of dealing with acne and scarring, trying hundreds of products, going to dermatologists, I can say for sure the one thing that has made the biggest difference on my skin has been microneedling at home. I'm Daisy Jing. I've been in microneedling for over 13 years. I'm the creator of the Banisher 3.0 microneedling kit. I'm seeing a lot of people ask me about the new ingredients that are popular through social media, asking if I can use growth factors, can I use exosomes and all that. So I will get to that in a minute. So what is microneedling? Well, microneedling is a process of creating controlled tiny injuries in a skin in a clean environment to stimulate the skin's repair cycle, which would stimulate new collagen and elastin fibers. Over time, that means less acne scars, less skin texture, improved skin thickness, tighter skin, and a more even skin tone. And microneedling is actually quite simple to do at home, which is what I do, and it saves a lot of money to do versus getting regular microneedling sessions. So if you need a tutorial, I suggest checking the video in my description. So microneedling is something I found to be the best thing to do at home for acne scars, loose skin, lines, and for fading dark spots that are just sticking around way too long. One of the other benefits of microneedling is that when you create these micro injuries, it also temporarily opens up the skin barrier. So you have all these little microchannels, which lets the topical skincare you apply absorb more readily and deeper into the skin. After microneedling, there are certain ingredients you really don't want to go deeper into the skin, like fragrance. So I would avoid anything highly fragrant, but certain ingredients can improve your microneedling results. So vitamin C, it's in a lot of products. We also include it in our Banisher kit. And even though it's considered an older ingredient, it's the one that has the most scientific proof behind it, and it just isn't just a trend. Vitamin C is in its pure form. L-ascorbic acid is a versatile ingredient because it fights both acne scars, fine lines, is an antioxidant, and prevents and fades dark spots. Vitamin C is needed as a building block to forming a stable collagen. There are several studies showing effectiveness of vitamin C right after microneedling. In a split study involving 30 people with atrophic acne scars, they compared microneedling followed by vitamin C and microneedling followed by a platelet-rich plasma group. The study showed that both sides improved their acne scars, while the platelet-rich plasma side performed a little bit better. The vitamin C side showed improvements in scar appearance and skin firmness. Another study compared microneedling with the topical vitamin C against microneedling with topical insulin for acne scars. Both treatments showed a large improvement with no significant difference between them in the scar assessments. You might have heard of the term granulomas, which is like a hot spot of inflammation causing a red bump or rash. So there's been rare cases of these happening after using a specific vitamin C serum and microneedling, but these reports specifically were from professional treatments using motorized pen devices, and they never conclusively determined if it was from a different ingredient in the serum, the needle depth pen used, if it was because of the pen. So it doesn't necessarily mean it was the vitamin C of the ingredient. Number one in stats, correlation does not equal causation. So you can avoid this by testing your serum on your skin without any microneedling on a little spot here by your temple or jaw first. Give it a good 48 hours to see if there's a reaction. Generally, motorized pens are a lot more aggressive and cause inflammations. So I always recommend using a stamper like the Banisher 3.0 as I created, because it gives you the most control. It has the highest quality gold-plated needles. It can be customized with replacement heads, and it's easier to contour anywhere on the face and body. The case where I wouldn't apply vitamin C is if your skin is super sensitive and if you notice really excessive irritations from microneedling, because vitamin C will tingle a bit after you apply it, but it goes away shortly. Okay, so now let's talk about PDRN. It's been popularized in K-beauty and something I've seen people talk about a lot. The truth is that the skincare hype around it is much more than the actual evidence shows. So PDRN stands for polydeoxyribonucleotide, meaning it's a mix of purified DNA fragrance traditionally coming from salmon. There are plant-based versions, and yes, some of the salmon-based form is derived from salmon sperm, the things that people put on our face in the name of skincare, right? We will do anything for our skin. But supposedly it works by increasing the adenosine receptors, which will reduce inflammation, help repair injured tissue. As of now, the main research I've seen around PDRN is the form of an injectable, and the injectable has promising results for age-related skin concerns and wound healing. If you apply it on your skin, like in a skincare serum, there really isn't research showing the benefits that would occur, and the PDRN fragments are too large to be able to penetrate the skin barrier. So as a standalone skincare serum, it probably isn't that useful. While there is evidence that it can improve wrinkles if applied after microneedling, there's not really strong evidence that it makes a difference for skin concerns like dark spots or acne scars. To me, it makes sense to use it after microneedling because that's the main way to get PDRN absorbed versus it just sitting on top. If your skin feels good after applying a PDRN serum, it's probably the other moisturizing ingredients in the serum causing the benefits instead of the PDRN in it. And since it's derived from fish, it is a common allergen. So if you have a fish allergy, make sure to be cautious and patch test before applying it. Now, another common ingredient I get about is growth factors or EGFs. I know a lot of people looking for preventative aging or more mature skin like to apply this after microneedling. Growth factors or EGFs, which stand for epidermal growth factor, are protein signalers that tell your skin to do regarding inflammation and collagen production. They can be lab-made or made from cultured cells. Generally, it can signal more collagen production and help with improving the skin barrier and improve skin healing. When you microneedle, your skin will naturally release its own growth factors to signal the skin to create new collagen fibers. So the theory is that adding more through a serum would support it to further increase results. There's not much evidence that they work to help with acne scars. There is some evidence that it shows much more for overall skin rejuvenation, so people may see smoother, plumper, and tighter skin. Most EGF serums are pretty expensive, and right now the studies are using a specialized proprietary growth factor instead of something you can buy online at a retail store. And lastly are exosomes, another popular ingredient. I think of exosomes as like cells sending letters in a mailbox, but the exosome is the letter. This letter will have messages that can tell other cells how to behave, including signals related to repair, inflammation, and collagen. So early evidence is saying exosomes might improve wrinkles, elasticity, and hydration in the skin. Exosome serums try to put these letters into a skincare formula. If used after microneedling may help them enter the skin better. But the problem isn't that exosomes aren't one standardized ingredient. Different products can come from completely different sources, and they may carry very different messages in these letters, so the effects aren't as predictable. There's no strong proof that they improve atrophic acne scars, while the microneedling itself is doing most of the work for acne scars. Out of all these ingredients, exosomes have the least proof in their function for acne scars or collagen production, and it can be hard to find a serum containing one that works because they can come from so many sources. Currently, there's no evidence that they would win over vitamin C with microneedling for hyperpigmentation, plus the long-term safety data isn't available yet. So here's my ranking of which is best to use right after microneedling, from number 1 to number 4, with 1 being the best. Number 4, exosomes. Since they don't have a lot of research behind it and there's so many ways to derive them, it's really hard to know what they are really good in different products. Good quality ones can also be quite expensive. Number 3, EGF growth factor serums. There is some positive evidence, but again, the benefit is more on wrinkles or general aging skin and not so much for acne scars or pigmentation. And honestly, I'm a little bit biased since acne scars were my biggest insecurity growing up. So that's why I never focus on whatever helps with acne scars. So that's why I always focus on whatever helps with acne scars the most. But price-wise, EGF serums are also the most quite expensive, easily in the $100 range or more. Number 2, I'm ranking PDRN because most of the studies show the benefits coming from an injection versus applying it topically. At least it's a more stable ingredient in comparison to exosomes. It seems to benefit wrinkles post-microneedling in a 2025 study compared to PRP. But the same studies showed that adding PDRN after microneedling doesn't make a difference for discoloration or hyperpigmentation, and there's no evidence that it benefits acne scars. Using it by itself, you probably aren't going to get real benefits of PDRN, but with microneedling, it can help with wrinkles and is pretty affordable too. So for number one, I rank vitamin C acid as the best ingredient to use after microneedling. It has the most studied evidence that prove its skin benefits. It's able to be standardized in formulas and has the most proven skin benefits for hyperpigmentation, wrinkles, acne scars, and it's fairly affordable and very accessible as it is likely to be cruelty-free and vegan. Plus, you will get the skin benefits if you apply vitamin C each morning, even on the days you don't microneedle. Again, a recent 2026 double-blind split phase trial found that microneedling with the vitamin C and ferulic acid serum improved wrinkles, elasticity, and pigmentation significantly more than microneedling alone. Personally, I've always seen the best results on my skin using vitamin C after microneedling. Most of the time, I'll use the Banisher serum, the one that we make, because I know it's fresh, it's quite hydrating, and I like the glow it gives me. Plus, it works best for my breakout-prone skin, and I'm also wearing it under my makeup here, and you can see the glow, okay? I have tried others, like the $200 one that is supposedly the gold standard, but I buy it from a store, and I think, okay, I'm getting a fresh new serum, but then I go home, open it, and I'm shocked to see that the serum itself was golden color, which is not actually what you want for a vitamin C serum. Like, look at this. Fresh vitamin C is actually supposed to have no color and be transparent and clear. When it starts to oxidize and lose its efficiency, that's when it turns more yellow and orange. So if you have really sensitive skin and you can't tolerate most serums but still want to try DIY microneedling, try a fragrance-free ceramide moisturizer or plain hyaluronic acid serum that you can use instead. And after microneedling, I would avoid exfoliating acids, benzoyl peroxides, a strong retinol, or anything with a lot of fragrance. For sunscreen, choose a gentle mineral-based sunscreen or stay out of the sun. So to wrap it up, PDRN, growth factors, and exosomes may sound more advanced, but in reality, it doesn't have the advanced evidence. For at-home microneedling, I would choose the ingredient with the clearest evidence and the most research. Right now, that is still vitamin C. So thanks for watching. I will see you guys in my next video.